We are here with the Library Bards who are filming Geeky Girl.
Yeah.
Geeky Girl.
So what is Geeky Girl about?
It's about the lack of female representation in like nerdy toys, especially like nerdy sets.
For example, when the Avengers sets came out, you'd have all the Avengers all lined up, but there was no Black Widow.
There was Ultron though.
Yeah, they had Ultron, and then there was a Lego set I found yesterday at Toys R Us that had all the Avengers in there, but no Black Widow. But they did have a Hydra henchman because every Lego set needs a Hydra henchman. That was funny to me.
Yeah.
We had
the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Where's all the
Gamora.
all the Gamora toys were kind of lacking. I mean, they have them. They're just very few of them.
And the one that sparked the whole controversy.
They came out with the Monopoly Star Wars set and
for The Force Awakens.
Yeah, for The Force Awakens, and they had some fun characters. You could be Kylo Ren, you could be Finn, you could be Luke Skywalker, who was in the movie for about 20 seconds.
Sure,
and of course, Darth Vader, who was dead in the movie. He's not even in the movie, but no Rey. There was no
Who was
Rey.
the main character?
Who was the lead in the movie. So whenever we saw that on the news, we were like, we need to write about this. So we did.
Yeah, and funny story.
Oh.
I actually had a nightmare where we were touring around as Library Bards, like we do, and we went to my hometown. And in the dream, Bonnie surprises me on stage and says, Xander doesn't know this, but we're actually going to do Barbie Girl by Aqua. And I was so mad. I was like, I don't know that song all the way. Like, what are you talking about? We didn't practice this. And I woke up and I was so mad.
He was really angry at me that day.
Yeah,
He was
I was like,
"Yep."
Bonnie, this is what you did.
I was like, I didn't do it. It was in your head.
And I was like, it was Barbie Girl by Aqua. And you're like,
let's
should
parody
do that song.
it.
Yeah.
And so that's how the whole thing came
So
about.
nightmares.
Right.
Yeah.
Library Bards, we make your nightmares a reality.
And real life tragedies combined to make a hilarious song.
Exactly.
Is what you're telling me.
So now whenever we perform live and the Barbie Girl track starts coming on, I can look at Xander and I can be like, wow, in your head.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But, yeah, no, it's been a ton of fun. We have performed this live. We did it at the amazing Arizona Comic-Con. And
We just premiered it last weekend.
yeah, we had a good response, especially like girl power.
Yeah. We're going to be doing it tomorrow at Long Beach Comic Con for their cosplay contest. So if you're going to be there, check it out.
Because this might be in the future.
Because
so.
this might be,
Right.
or
We got
you might have
tour-
already seen it.
Tour
Yeah.
dates.
Oh yeah, go look at our Facebook and our Twitter and our Instagram, and we're at Library Bards. And
have to do it every
I know
time.
it's in our
It's
contract.
yeah.
You can also find us on Reverb Nation and iTunes and YouTube,
Yes.
and you can find us every Wednesday from 5 to 6 at shopxsn.com. We actually shoot right here at Meltdown Comics. At Meltdown Comics here from 5 to 6.
And we're actually streaming right now.
We're live streaming right now. There's a camera right over there. Hi guys.
Streamception.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
Streamception.
So what like action figure didn't you see as a child that angered you that you needed?
Ooh.
You needed it.
I have some words
You
to
have
say
words?
about
You
this.
do
Yeah,
this.
Bring it out.
I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, and and so they had the action figures of all the Rangers, including the girls, but exclusively for just the girls, they had Barbies of the Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, but not anybody else. I don't know if that's kind of like the reverse of what we're talking about.
Not
but
only that, I feel like with the female action figures, sometimes they're more Barbie style to where like,
Right.
they can't do all the actions
It's
that
not,
the
like,
guys can do.
posable.
Yeah, they're just like, look at us, we're posing and we look pretty. But the guys are like, oh, I'm kicking and punching and I'm posing weird. But the girls are like, I can wear heels. Yay.
And you can do both, you guys.
Exactly.
you can kick butt in heels.
That's true. I do it every day.
In theory.
I kick my own butt because my heels are so long. I'm just
Yay.
kidding. I don't know where I'm going with that.
What else did not include girls?
Well, when I was younger, I was not a Barbie person. My sisters played with Barbies, and I did not.
Sure, me too.
Yeah. But
No, the Barbies were the bad guys for my Power Ranger action
oh yeah,
figures.
I would like to play with their hair though, and I'd sometimes cut their hair and be like, "Now they're boys." And that didn't work. My sisters were not happy with that. But yeah, I don't know. it's weird because you don't even think about it until it got into the news recently. Like, I didn't even give it a second thought because it's just like how we're raised or what our pulp culture is like, and the fact that women are so big in the nerd world. Like, we are women, I believe, are taking over. I feel to where it's time that the companies that make all of these merchandise kind of catch up with society and realize, hey, girls are buying more stuff than some of the guys, so we need to do both. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I've had a lot of coffee and monsters.
It's been a day,
and it has not even noon.
Whoa. It has not even noon.
It has not even noon yet. Words are hard.
All right. Well, thank you for chatting with us.
Yeah. No, we love Legion of Leia.
Yes,
it's a great site, and we love Jenna. We love Anastasia. We love everybody. Emma. Everybody that's a part of Legion of Leia.
And we're so glad that you guys came to feature the making of this video, because we feel like it's one of those things where it needs to get out into the world. And the fact that we're writing about it and making a parody music video, it's like, it's all good and fun, but really the message behind it is, hey, wake up, world.
Stay woke.
Make some toys.
Statements through comedy.
Statements. Drop mic.
You did that.
I did. I dropped a real mic, and Xander's mad at me because it's our real microphone. But I felt like it needed that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like.
I'm gonna need you to say at Library Bards again.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Ready?
At Library Bards.
Thank you. So I know you're a villain in this music video, but why do you think this song is important if you weren't the villain?
Right. I think that this song is very important because I know a lot of girls that like sci-fi and fantasy, and there's not enough toys for them to really encourage their participation in the fandom. And I think there's a lot of people that just love it and they want to play with it. Even guys too, I think, would love to play with more Rey toys. I mean, she is the star of the new Star Wars, so why not have more toys? I mean, yes, they're available online. I searched myself just to make sure, but you go into a Toys R Us, you go into a Target, you're not going to find them anywhere, and that's pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Feel about this song? I know your team against it in the song, but how do you feel, how important is the song to you personally?
No, I think it matters a lot, and I think it's really topical for right now because you didn't really see a whole ton of conversation when the Black Widow toys weren't available. People were talking about it, but it really became kind of a big deal just over the last month or two. With all of the Rey merchandise being gone. And so I think this is well-timed and is something that should be talked about, and doing it kind of in the context of pop culture and humor will, frankly, I think make it more of a conversation than it is right now. So I think it's good.
So I'm supposed to talk to you about your epic voiceover. So tell the people what you do.
I do voiceovers for a living, and I am the voice of Gamora in the Marvel pinball game. So you can hear me as Gamora, and you can hear me as also Nebula, and I fight with myself. So, yeah.
All right. How was that?
It helps to be schizophrenic. So,
oh, perfect.
And it also helps me when you're doing voiceovers for a living, and a bunch of different voiceovers, different voices for different characters. It's always a good thing.
So doing voiceovers for such an epic character, how do you feel about her representation?
Oh gosh, I mean, it was just an honor to even be part of it. The whole Marvel, Disney, Star Wars world. There's 1, 2 females. It's a group. Yeah, Gamora is one in a group of guys. And Rey is one in a group of guys. There's Leia in there, but I'm trying to think of what else. There's just not a lot of fun female geeky characters for us, unfortunately.
So were you sad when you didn't see as much Gamora stuff?
I was a little sad. I would like to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
And Nebula too.
Yeah. Do you feel like the song is important?
The song.
Yeah.
I feel like the song is important because it definitely sends a message. Albeit, in a silly way, but sometimes people need something coded and silly in order to swallow it. You know what I mean?
Was there something as a little kid that you wished was made into an action figure or toy?
It's weird because so I'm gonna be real honest here. I'm 35, so going back that far, there were some female figures. Some of my favorite female figures I played with were She-Ra, Lady J, and Scarlet from G.I. Joe. I really loved my Terex, Archaeopteryx character from Dinosaurs, but there weren't just a lot of female characters in general. But at the time, the female characters that were in media were made into figures. Why that's changed over the years, I really don't understand, and I don't understand the lack of it because, to be very honest, all the boys I knew growing up with really liked playing with female figures. That may have been for a different reason entirely, but take it as you will, but also even collectors are completionists. They kind of want a little bit of everything. So why there's such a huge scaling back in terms of having these female figures, especially with lead characters such as Rey and Black Widow and Gamora, it boggles my mind why studios and merchandisers would even cut that.
So how is it not seeing Rey represented in Monopoly for you?
Oh, it sucks. Just because when they first put out her character, I personally loved it, right away, because I loved Star Wars forever. And I loved Princess Leia, but I didn't really relate to Princess Leia. And then here comes Padme. Didn't really like Padme. So when they released Rey and started to put more out about her character, I was like, finally, here's somebody that I like and can relate to, and I just fell in love with her. And the fact then that she was missing, in Monopoly and so many other things, really stunk. So yeah, it stunk.
So you can really relate to the song that you are...
Yes. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, but I grew up with 3 brothers. All the other girls were out of the house by that point. So it's so funny because I always wanted to play with all the boy toys. And I can always remember that we would have Ripley from Aliens, but that was it. Any other toys that they had, it was hard to find females. And so, I always had to be a boy, even though there were girl characters in all the different movies and stuff like that. So I relate to it a lot, especially thinking about nowadays. It's so much different. It's much more open. You would think that they would include the females. It's cool to be a badass female. They're putting them in the movies, so why not in the toys? So yeah, I relate to it. I think that it's sad that that's still going on, especially when you have really good role models. And I don't even like it when they say they're good role models for girls. They're just good role models for boys or girls, for anybody. So the fact that they're leaving them out just because they don't think little boys are going to want to play with them or that they're not for girls is a shame. Shame on you. Shame. Don't like it. And I flew here.
What's going on? What's happening?
This is Skylar, and she's meeting some pretty rockin' characters right now. Skylar, do you want to say hi?